to Aggborough Stadium. The start of a new season for the Wolves under-23s begins here at the home of MARQUES as they take on Middlesbrough under-23s in Premier League 2 Division 2. After a season that ended in playoff semi-final frustration, it's a fresh group and a new campaign for James Collins and co as they face their Teessiders in their league over here 17 miles down the road in Worcestershire. Here is the Wolves team that is going to take on Middlesbrough. Notable inclusion for Semedo, who starts at wing-back, having missed much of the first season pre-season after having to isolate. PASCAL ESTRADA continues to operate in midfield, as we've seen in pre-season as well. CHEM, CAMPBELL, CUNDLE and MARQUES all played a considerable amount of time with the first team. All three were on the bench for Leicester on Saturday. They're back here playing from the off at Aggborough. Middlesbrough in their change kit this evening. A number of their players were involved in the Carabao Cup for the first team with Neil Warnock last week. Back to what will be their bread and butter this term in the second tier of under-23 football. Well, the Wolves under-23s nearly bounced back to the top tier of youth football at the first attempt in mid-May, but bowed out for the year after losing in extra time down at Crystal Palace. That is now a distant memory, with everyone focused on getting up this time around. Just a few final formalities before getting underway. Much of the under-23 season will be played in this time slot again this year, with fans back able to watch games again. A few hundred with us here down at Aggborough this evening in the stand that we're situated in opposite the EBC group stand. The referee just going through a few final checks here. Robert Whitton is the man in the middle tonight. Wolves, we think, will be in a 3-4-3. Louis MOULDEN in goal. Jack Scott, Christian Marquez and RAPHAEL, the back three. Semedo and Richards, the two wing-backs. Estrada and CUNDLE in the middle. Samuels opposite in the centre. Both sides here will take a knee before kick-off to emphasise the message that there is no room for racism in football. We are underway in this new under-23 season. And Middlesbrough on the attack straight away, but an early touch here for new signing from Manchester City, Louis MOULDEN. Chem Campbell and Jack HODNETT, the two wide players either side of Samuels. Nye with a big ball away. It's taken on the chest there by Nathan Wood. Flag up for offside here, and an early free kick for Wolves. Has been a disrupted pre-season, I think it's fair to say, for James Collins. 8 members of his under-23 squad were away with the first team with Bruno Lage in Marbella. But they have had pre-season training camps at both Lillishall and St George's Park. They've played a number of friendlies. Started up at Nantwich, then played an Accrington Stanley 11. Also faced Crewe, and then 2 games played in York against Sheffield United and Hull City. But now the serious stuff begins. Of course, a number of players have moved out on loan as well, who were involved in the squad last season. Likes of Renat Dadashov, he's gone to Tondela in Portugal. Theo Corbanu has gone to Sheffield Wednesday. Taylor Perry to Cheltenham. Hong Wan departing permanently. And the likes of Sadou Diallo and Syriac Mayunga also moved on. So opportunities for other players this season. Marquez across here to MOULDEN. A couple of absences from the squad tonight who would normally be here as well. The likes of Hugo Bueno, who normally operates on the left-hand side for Wolves. He's not involved, nor is Nigel Longbank, the Dutch centre-half. Early stages here at Aggborough as Wolves look to make inroads here with HODNETT. Still a number of fans making their way in here. Can get access to the Wolves games here at Aggborough. If you're a Wolves season ticket holder, you can just show that on the gate and get free entry into these matches, but we'll bring you just about every second of the action this season here on Wolves TV. Middlesbrough with a goal kick taken short by Max Metcalf. On to Jack Robinson. Trying to take it on here with the pace is Sam Collins, who goes down. Now looking for the out ball, but it's cut out well by the right back Sykes. Richards. A Wolves throw. Main stand here at Aggborough on the far side as we look across, but that is currently the red zone, so only the players, the subs, the operational staff allowed in that area of the stadium, so all the fans situated beneath us here. Naya back to Luke CUNDLE. Scott, who playing at right side is centre half tonight. A little bit unfamiliar for him. He normally operates as a right back. Looking for Nelson Semedo there. Interesting to see what Wolves do this season, because a number of players last season could have dropped into the under-23s to get minutes when building back up to fitness, but we saw the likes of Johnny Castro last season playing halves of football for the first team to get fitness rather than playing under-23 football. But maybe with Nelson Semedo playing here tonight, it is a sign that Bruno Lage wants to use the under-23s for players to get themselves back up to first team level in terms of fitness levels. We'll see. Here is Semedo giving it away there to Hayden Hackney. Alberto Balde, the number 9 there for Middlesbrough, leads the line for them, the Spaniard. CUNDLE. This is pocket pinched by his opposite number there, Isaac Fletcher. Tempo to the game early on here at Aggborough. Wolves under-23's first game of this season. Now's a chance to break. Semedo away down the right. Nelson Semedo. It's HODNETT. Hitting his own man there, CHEM Campbell. Standing close to the penalty spot. Too much there for Balde. Around 24 scouts here as well this evening to watch these two teams from a number of clubs from up and down the country. Trying to pick out the next best thing. Maybe seeing an opportunity for a loan late on in the summer transfer window, which still has a couple of weeks to run. Hopefully a number of competitions for a number of these players this season with Wolves.
wasn't any Premier League Cup or Premier League International Cup last season. Wolves will be in the Papa John's Trophy once again. Games away at Wigan, Shrewsbury and Crewe to come. All this side of the new year. Middlesbrough have it here with Hackney. Kokolo. The French left back here trying to take on Nelson Semedo, who isn't having any of that. And in the end, it's the Portuguese who wins the free kick. One into touch. It's a Middlesbrough throw. Wolves finishing 4th in the league last season. Middlesbrough were 2 places behind them in 6th. They missed out on the playoffs by a single point after losing their last 2 games of the regular season to Crystal Palace, who ended up going up to the First Division. Naya to Richards. Republic of Ireland Youth International. This will fall nicely here for CHEM Campbell. Across his man nicely. Still CHEM Campbell. He'll go it alone, but find the car park. Good intentions, not quite the right finish that he was after. Another one of the players to spend some time with Bruno Lage and James Collins, talking about how it's a good experience for them and a good experience for him as well, as he went to watch one of Bruno's training sessions to see how he operates, to see how he wants things done. Of course, the under-23s offer a chance to mirror the first team in case any of the players are needed. PASCAL ESTRADA towards Samuels. Sunny, but a little bit of a chilly evening here for James Collins' side. It's approaching 2 years in charge now of the under-23 team, having taken over from Mark Kennedy at the back end of 2019. Lovely turn there by Richards. He's pulled back. That's got to be a yellow card. And indeed it will be. Yellow card shown there for Middlesbrough. And then early booking for the right back, Kane Sykes. Wolves free kick, which will be short to Naya. CUNDLE for Christian Marquez. Campbell popping up in space again. CUNDLE. All starting to go through the gears a bit now with Samuels. Richards. Middlesbrough pin back here for now. Wolves try and find a way through, and they might here with HODNETT. Well, he lashed it wide. There was plenty of the goal to aim at as well for him. And he played 12 minutes of under-23 football last season. In the 13th minute of this first game of the season, he lashes one wide. Played for the 18s last year. He scored 4 goals for Steve Davis's side. Wolves finding gaps. They're moving the ball quickly here at Aggborough. Wolves with a chance again here with ESTRADA. It's gone a long way. PASCAL ESTRADA off the post, and Samuels can't follow up. Wolves so close to the opener. A marauding run from the defender come central midfielder at the moment, but he couldn't quite find the finish. Did score once in the league last season for the 23s against Fulham here in November. Nearly the perfect start to the 2021-22 campaign. ESTRADA let it go. There wasn't anyone there in old gold. Marquez, the Wolves captain, letting that one run through. Northern Irishman Scott receives. Semedo. HODNETT couldn't quite take it there. Instead it's Middlesbrough who try and force an opening, but Wolves have it back here now with Campbell. Richards. Campbell has CUNDLE close by. Scott. ESTRADA. Wolves looking confident in possession here. Campbell. Samuels lashes it in. And there is the opener for Wolves. 15 minutes into the new season, and Austin Samuels makes it 1-0. It absolutely flew past Max Metcalf. And Wolves under 23s have an opening goal.
Goal's going to put it on to number 9, Austin Samuels.
Hopefully a goal that will give plenty of confidence to the front man after a loan spell last season that he had that didn't produce any goals up at Bradford. He'll be hoping he can kick-start his career here with the 23s at the start of this season. Great start for him, great start for Wolves. They lead by 1-0. It's a tight angle. Somehow managed to find a way through. Campbell dropping off. Middlesbrough with a chance to respond here. Collins. It swerved a little bit, but MOULDEN was right behind it. There are a number of other games in the division tonight as well. Reading, Sunderland, Fulham, Newcastle, Stoke, West Brom, Burnley and Birmingham all in action, but this is the only game so far that has produced a goal. already this weekend. Villa putting 5 past Nottingham Forest, and Norwich beating Southampton by 3-0. We're going to have to change the ball here because it's actually come from a fan in the stand as opposed to one of the sanitised ones around the edge of the field of play. Wood. Richards coming to meet. Here's a Wolves throw. Of course, it's hard to judge under-23s performances from season to season, as the group often tends to change, and even throughout the season with players moving up and down throughout the age groups. But James Collins did say that Middlesbrough, who came here last season and put 4 past Wolves in a 4-1 win, one of the most impressive sides that he'd seen all season, with a very good front three. And a couple of those players have changed. One of the goal scorers, Roman Burrell, has moved to Kilmarnock on a season-long loan. But a good bulk of that team still remains. Fletcher, back to Collins. That will carry, it's a Middlesbrough corner. Wolves one up with some defensive work to do here. It was worked back, you could see what they were trying to do there, that classic set piece, but Wolves had players in the right positions to deal with it. MOULDEN taking a risk. Didn't cost his side in the end. We're looking to hit back. Firm strike there by Fletcher, but straight at MOULDEN again, who hasn't been overly tested so far, nearly halfway through this first half. Wolves leading, if you are just joining us, thanks to a ferocious strike from the man on the ball now, Austin Samuels. CUNDLE losing out, but winning a free kick. High towards Semedo. Richards. Samuels. Hungry for more goals. And a free kick here for Wolves, which has already been taken. But the referee not happy. He was having a word with the player there, wasn't really aware of what was going on around him, the ref. And Wolves asking the question as to why they weren't able to continue there, and James Collins not happy either. Taking their time here. Maya wants to play short and does to CUNDLE. Marquez makes the angle, but MOULDEN going long, offside against Samuels. Balde. Putting himself around, trying to link the play here for Borough, but to no effect. Here's Semedo. Not too many players out there this evening who've played at the Camp Nou. Campbell, Wolves have worked that really nicely. Richards will take this throw. CUNDLE. The ball is on here to Semedo if they can get it out there. Scott does find the Portuguese. ESTRADA. CUNDLE. Richards up against Sykes here. And towards Samuels, getting there first was Wood. We'll just stay in play here for Gibson. And covering there from Scott, who came across to make sure Isaac Fletcher wasn't going to go any further. ESTRADA. It's more than capable in that midfield position. Campbell. Samuels has gone. Is he too early? He is. There can't have been too much in that, though. And Samuels down here. Well, plenty of fans here to enjoy the action this evening. Almost all of Wolves' home games will be here throughout the season. Maybe a couple at Molineux along the way, as often tends to be the case. A very good playing surface as well here at Aggborough. The non-league season yet to get underway for Harriers. I've had a couple of friendlies here, but a very good playing surface, and that's why Wolves like to play their matches here. Looks like Samuels is okay, but taking a while to get back into the spirit of things here. He'll be all right. And Wolves are all right so far, leading thanks to his goal 10 minutes ago. Wood into Fletcher. Just caught by ESTRADA. Middlesbrough have it with Malley, the captain. Hackney alongside, one of those who was with the first team at Blackpool last week. Fletcher. Through to MOULDEN here. Plenty of first team representation here, and from those above as well, if you like. Executive Chairman Jeff Shee here to watch tonight, as well as Alex Silva, Bruno Lage's assistant, watching on the far side of the stadium from us. And both will have enjoyed what they've seen so far. HODNETT. Richards stretching the pitch so far wide on that left-hand side. That's a nice ball back towards him as well. Claims of handball against Wood. Action back by HODNETT. ESTRADA. Campbell. Scott, that's a cute ball for Samuels. Austin Samuels tried to get the strike away. He'll settle for the corner here. Wolves look for a second goal in this first half as we approach the half-hour mark. Campbell. CHEM Campbell, great run. Blocked away at that near post. Middlesbrough have lost it. Samuels. Brings a throw. Actually had a loan spell here at Kidderminster the season before last. It's a ground he knows well. Campbell, Semedo. One Borough player on his backside there, offside against CHEM Campbell. That Wolves move is over, but in a good way. They've got a lot of arrogance on the ball here, Wolves. Looking confident, knowing what they want to do. And so far, it's going well for them. Naya gets away with that one, claims of handball, though the way that the handball rule has been tightened up over the summer, it's going to be a lot harder to get those kind of decisions this season. Backwards header off Wood, Robinson chasing. And a miss by Williams Kokolo. Semedo eased off it there. Didn't quite reach Balde. Campbell, Richards already away on its outside. Samuels running as well. Wasn't the greatest of passes to Richards, but another Wolves corner. .13 minutes to go in the first half here at Aggborough. First game of the season for the Wolves under-23s. Comes in high, but an easy catch for Metcalf. Taking it on is Gibson. Balde making a run ahead of him to open up the space. Gibson going on. It's saved, and Balde surely. What a challenge there from Christian Marquez. Absolutely outstanding to prevent what was going to be a certain goal. Pure class there from the captain. When his team needed him most, he was in the right place to deny Middlesbrough the equaliser. Wolves hang on to their clean sheet as Borough have this corner. The header away from ESTRADA. Kokolo in, firmly away by Scott. Mali turning out. Fletcher. Huge presence in midfield. 10 to go in the first half here at Aggborough. Robinson. There's a bit of concentration needed here in this last couple of minutes. Lovely touch away by Campbell. And Wolves can play their way out here. Richards. Balde. Gibson. The wingers have swapped over for Middlesbrough. Back towards Gibson, lovely touch away there. And the effort, oh, what a save from MOULDEN. A flying save there from Wolves' new goalkeeper. A couple of times in the last couple of minutes his goal has come under threat. Between he and Marquez, they've kept it at 1-0 to the home side. Middlesbrough corner. Header out from Richards. CUNDLE scampering after it. This time they can't find a way out to halfway. This is Middlesbrough's best spell of the game. Robinson. That's some pass. Naya across to intercept. HODNETT onto it for Samuels. 3 around him straight away. See what Scott was trying to do there to try and switch play out from where it was pretty congested. Kokolo. Gibson. Gibson, of course, a name synonymous with Middlesbrough. Chairman Steve, who's done so much for the club there over the years. Semedo now can break out for Wolves. Samuels again racing ahead of him. It's Semedo taking it to Middlesbrough. In the end, being fouled. The Middlesbrough bench not happy. Their manager is Graham Lee. You can see protesting to the 4th official on the far side. The referee wanted to have a word here. Booking shown by the official. Second of the game for Middlesbrough. That defensive spell for Wolves seems to be over for now at least. Middlesbrough, those you can see, pressing high. They're quite high up the pitch. Former Paris Saint-Germain man Naya giving that one away. Gibson. Looked lively so far. Still Gibson. Maybe should have done better with his finish. It's probably been the pick of the Middlesbrough players in this first half. Wolves have just edged possession. 2 shots on target, 1 goal from it. Middlesbrough have had 5 attempts, 4 of which have been on target. Balde, Gibson. Wolves will do well to keep him quiet in what remains of this first half and in the second. Kokolo. Oh, it bounces off the bar. I think MOULDEN and everyone here, me included, thought that one was going to drift over and out of play, but it wasn't to be in the end. Nervous moment there as that one was drifted in by the right-back Sykes. Just about finds Semedo via a deflection. CUNDLE, Richards there again. Can he supply this time? He might towards Samuels, but grabbing it at the second attempt there was Metcalf. Robinson. Just a few minutes to go here. The first 45 minutes of the season for Wolves. Kokolo. Some quite full for Fletcher. Naya able to tuck that one away, but only to a player in a green shirt. Another good run, but a comfortable catch there to deny Mali. Has been busier as the half has gone on, Louis MOULDEN. Dominating early on, but Middlesbrough have come back into this one. Nelson Semedo over the top here and through, and the header away by Metcalf, who was a long way from home. Balde, who's seen his Opportunities limited, apart from that golden chance he had right in front of goal when he was denied by Christian Marquez. Naya dropped over his head, rebounds away, but the whistle goes from the referee. Just over a minute of normal time left in this first half. Referee seeing something there that he didn't like. Samuel's on. Not the biggest of strikers, but made his presence felt there. I've had just a brief stoppage earlier on for Austin Samuels after he was put through on goal and just slowed up with what looked to be an injury, but doesn't look like we'll have too much added time here. Throw in here for the visitors, who didn't get here till quite late. They were stuck in traffic on the way here. Only got to the ground just over an hour before kick-off. Things were a little bit rushed for Graham Lee's side, but they've acquitted themselves well here. After the long journey down, 2 minutes of additional time at the end of this first half.
2 minutes added time.
We're into those 2 minutes now. The Wolves just need to see out, really. But they may have a chance themselves. Campbell could be put through here by Samuels. He is. Chem Campbell, a chance for 2-0. Thwarted by Metcalf. There's a nice Wolves move. The space opened up for them, and Campbell with a fantastic opportunity to double Wolves' lead. In the end, Wolves get a free kick, but it could have been much more. A number of fans making their way down to get some half-time refreshment, but they do well to watch this final chance here. Campbell will take them on alone and win Wolves a corner, which will be the final play of this first half here at Aggborough. Can Wolves give themselves a good cushion to go into half-time with? HODNETT knocks it on. Doesn't quite have the height there. Scott. Nice ball into HODNETT. Trying to find a way through, didn't quite have the strength there. And that will just about do for the first half, I'd imagine. And with that, it is half-time. A game that Wolves lead, but momentum has gone backwards and forwards throughout the first half. Wolves started really well and got themselves the opening goal after 16 minutes when Austin Samuels lashed one in from close range at a tight angle over on the left-hand side. Middlesbrough have had chances to equalise since then. Balde had an excellent opportunity right in front of goal, but Christian Marquez timing his interception to perfection to block one away for a corner. Another one's bounced off the bar. Louis Moulden's had a few shots against him as well, but ultimately they haven't been able to find a way through, and Wolves go in at the break with a lead in their opening game of this under-23 Premier League 2 Division 2 season. The half-time score here at Aggborough, Wolves 1, Middlesbrough 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back on the field the Kings of Middlesbrough and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Welcome back here to Aggborough for the second half of this first Premier League 2 Division 2 game of the season for Wolves. They lead Middlesbrough 1-0 at the break. Had to ride a bit of Middlesbrough pressure towards the end of that first half, but overall a fairly solid first half showing from James Collins' side, who'll be looking to build on that in this second half, which they are about to get underway once the referee is ready. No changes at the interval for either side by the looks of things. With it being the first game of the season, it will be interesting to see if there are many tired legs later on. Well, a full start. Wolves will try again. Now we're underway. Straight away, Estrada will try and pick out Lewis Richards here, but a bit too much on it from the Austrian. Middlesbrough with two booked in the first half, Sykes and Malley, the captain, in midfield. Wolves with a clean bill of health. In terms of the Wolves bench tonight, Jamie Partington is the sub-goalkeeper. Luke Matheson, Eric Bugarin, the Spanish forward. Conor Carty and Dexter Lembekisa are the substitutes. Moulden again taking a chance. He came up with a stunning save in the first half to deny Middlesbrough from range. Christian Marquez had to block in front of his own goal as well at the last to prevent an equaliser. Semedo building up his minutes here tonight, dropping down from the first team. So you'd imagine a slightly different session for him at Compton tomorrow compared to the rest of Bruno Lage's first team squad, and he was caught there as well by Balde, who he's spoken to here by referee Robert Whitton, but nothing more. Good header away by Wood. Estrada and CUNDLE getting in each other's way there. You just have to be careful in these situations. Naya. Richards. Tough challenge from Malley, but a fair one. The Wolves swarming all over Middlesbrough to win the ball back. CUNDLE there with an ambitious ball. His nickname is Cundleino. Richards. Campbell. The Wales Youth International going on. Loves a dribble. We saw plenty of last season in wide areas from Theo Corbanu. Looking to do his thing at Hillsborough this season with Sheffield Wednesday. Samuels bouncing off his chest and then bouncing into Middlesbrough's Hackney. Balde dropping in, and Estrada is nibbling his ankles there. Robinson. Balde just behind Fletcher there. Good challenge against him. Richards. Campbell opening the game up. Wanted it back from Marquez as well, but the Portuguese didn't spot him. Campbell judged that one well. Richards. Naya. Free kick to Wolves after a foul on Nathan Semedo. James Collins acting as ball boy here. Did have a brief playing career with Crewe back at the end of the 90s and into the noughties. A midfielder in his day, the 42-year-old. Steve Davis, who's now the under-18 head coach at Wolves, actually worked with Collins when both were at Crewe. Collins was one of the first team coaches at one point, and Steve Davis was in charge at Gresty Road. So the two have a good working relationship. Always plenty of dialogue between them at Compton as well, with players constantly moving up and down the age groups and into the first team picture. Estrada. Can Wolves find a second? Semedo trying to get after this one. Wood was there to make the challenge. A slight pull there by Samuels on Kokolo. Hackney, Balde, Marquez got there. Samuels, Marquez has actually carried on his run here. HODNETT just couldn't control, much to James Collins' frustration on the far side. It's touched on for Gibson, Semedo with a good foot in there. Wolves getting an applause here from the fans who've turned out to Aggborough this evening. They like what they saw there. Here's Campbell. CUNDLE, Campbell. CHEM Campbell. It's Lewis Richards going for goal. Looked like it hit the side of the body there in the end of Sam Collins. His son what there has been of it today, slowly setting over the hills in the far distance here in Worcestershire. It's quite a big breeze a few hours before kick-off, but it's been pretty settled since then. Almost perfect playing conditions here on this lush green surface. After tonight, Wolves have to wait a week until their next game away at Reading next Monday night, 7 o'clock kick-off for that one. And then just a few days later on the Friday, they're back here again at Aggborough for the home game against Nottingham Forest, who've just been made into a Category 1 academy. But as I was saying earlier, beaten heavily in their opening game. Wolves will be looking to make it a win here against them. And they're also playing at first-team level in the Carabao Cup, in a fixture that has been confirmed this evening for next Tuesday, I think it is. If you're looking to make the trip out to the City Ground for that one. All carelessly given away by Christian Marquez, not like him. Mali lost his footing, found it again. Marquez in the way. Balde didn't have the strength there to go past Naya. Campbell, who's been quick-footed and was caught there. It's going to be a yellow card from the referee. Bit of petulance there from Alberto Balde, the third Middlesbrough player to be cautioned this evening, along with Mali and Sykes. And Wolves remain a goal to the good here, thanks to Austin Samuels, who struck in the 16th minute. Now the referee having a word with Sam Collins as well. Wolves Executive Chairman Jeff Shee in the stand next to Alexandre Silva, one of Bruno Lage's assistant coaches. Jeff Shee, regular attendee at the under-23 matches. Middlesbrough are going to make a change here. Sam Collins, the man going off. And the first change of the game comes just short of the hour mark here. And coming on in his place is Isaiah Cornet, the Frenchman. So a number of French players out there now. There's RAPHAEL Naya playing for Wolves, the left-back for Middlesbrough. Also from France, here's Samuels. Similar angle to where he scored from in the first half, but this time it's the side netting via a deflection, and Wolves have a corner. Second goal will be just the cushion that Wolves need here. Middlesbrough have looked dangerous in patches. Short it comes. In it goes though from HODNETT, but couldn't direct it to a teammate on that occasion. ESTRADA just about winning the ball there, and he sets Samuels through. Now Austin Samuels, can he make it to Samuels? What a challenge against him that was. Diving in there was Wood at the last. Middlesbrough, though, not happy that a free kick wasn't given in the build-up there in midfield, I think, against PASCAL ESTRADA. Either way, it was a great opportunity for Samuels when put through on goal. Has been some excellent defending in this game so far, and the trend continuing there. Wolves corner. Deep, past Richards, past everyone. Number of the Wolves subs going to get warm on the far side. May be called upon soon. Looks like a sub is coming up. Just wonder whether Luke Matheson may be joining us shortly. We'll see. May have been the plan all along for Semedo to get an hour. Here come Middlesbrough. Nicely worked past Semedo. Has to keep his wits about him here, driven through, but straight at MOULDEN there from Gibson. And indeed, it is going to be Luke Matheson to come on here. Samuels. It's a nice layoff. Here goes Semedo. No slouch, but covering there defensively from Robinson, who stepped across. And it is going to be a change for Wolves, which sees Nelson Semedo make way here. An hour for the Wolves first teamer here at Aggborough. Matheson comes on in his place. So the Wolves' first change of the evening comes with just over an hour played. And Matheson straight on to take this throw. Did have a loan spell last season at Ipswich. Matheson didn't feature too much under Paul Cook. As Wolves getting another strike there through Samuels, who has had chances for a second goal. What's going on? The referee having a word here. Wanting to speak to Hackney. He made just 2 appearances last season with the Tractor Boys. Matheson, still only 18. You feel like he's been on the football scene for a good number of years now, of course, when he broke into it by scoring that goal at Manchester United when playing for Rochdale. Here he is, driving that one into a great area, and Wood forced to put it behind. It's a Wolves corner. Straight into the action there. He'll be looking to get a number of minutes under his belt this season, whether it's here with the Wolves under-23s or in another loan spell. If they can find the right club for him, we'll see. Did actually make 23 appearances in the EFL with Rochdale before joining Wolves. High in, taken away from the goalkeeper by his own player there, Malley. Campbell. It's a nice ball across, and the flag was up for offside. It wouldn't have counted had it been converted after the cutback there from Scott. Almost halfway through this second half. Wolves still leading. They need a second goal. They're pushing for it. It's a good challenge there by Kokolo. Hackney, Balde. It's gone past Naya, still a chance for Middlesbrough, and again it's straight at MOULDEN. Well, they can't say they haven't had their opportunities tonight. Graham Lee's side. But once again, an easy claim for the Wolves goalkeeper. This time from Isaac Fletcher. Just losing out there, Cornet. Richards, nice to Campbell, who had a great chance at the end of the first half. It's back towards Chem. Campbell, can he get a foot on it? He can't. Robinson can. Wolves corner once again. Once again, going to take it is Jack HODNETT. This is in swinger. Swing it does, but it was too high for Richards. Cornet's clearance only as far as Campbell. It can go either way. Naya. CUNDLE. Naya. Campbell, nicely worked by Wolves. Easily cushioned by Cornet. Wolves got to be careful not to be caught out here. Balde. There to intercept was Scott. He did really well. And anywhere would do for him at that point. Cornet. Looking high here, and it bounces off the chest of Fletcher and goes through to MOULDEN. Of course, Middlesbrough, a club that have produced plenty of talent from their own academy over the years, the likes of Jason Steele, Brad Jones, Ross Turnbull, goalkeepers there alone. James Morrison, Lee Cattermole, Ben Gibson, Adam Reach, who's just joined West Brom down the road, Chris Brunt, a former West Brom player, and Stuart Downing as well. He didn't play too far away from here with Aston Villa. CUNDLE. Samuels again stretching his legs, but too much on it for him on that occasion. Cornet with a swipe, which awkwardly holds up on the Aggborough turf, but Louis MOULDEN there. Chance for Middlesbrough again. They're in again with Gibson. And past the post it goes. How many chances do they need? Time after time they've got efforts away, balls flashed across the face of goal, or efforts dragged wide. And again, it is Gibson on that occasion. Still Wolves 1 goal to the good here. But Middlesbrough pushing and pressing. Trying to get a goal which may secure their first point of the season. Samuels taken down. Penalty. Great darting run there by Austin Samuels. A yellow card for the goalkeeper. And Wolves have a fantastic opportunity now to make it 2. Yellow card for Max Metcalf. And Austin Samuels will take responsibility himself. He has 1 goal. He's had several attempts to make it 2. Now he has the biggest chance of them all from the penalty spot here. A goal which may secure the points for Wolves. At the away end of the ground here at Aggborough. It's Samuels against Metcalf. And Samuels scores! What a penalty that is! Wolves 2 to the good here at Aggborough. And it's Austin Samuels who has scored both of them. Great start to the season for him. And perhaps a great start to the season for Wolves, who now have a nice 2-goal cushion.
Goal scorer for Wolverhampton Wanderers, number 9, Austin Samuels.
It's him again. And just over 50 minutes after his opening goal, he has doubled things up. Wolves' top goal scorer at this level in the entirety of last season was Theo Corbeanu. He hit 7 in total in the league. Well, Samuels has got 2 in the opening game here. And Middlesbrough will be ruining those missed opportunities throughout the game since conceding. They only have themselves to blame. Sykes wins a quick corner for Middlesbrough. Hot off the back of conceding that second goal. Wolves did win 50% of their home games last season, just the 3 defeats on home soil. Leading here 2-0, they want to protect that clean sheet now. Across goal and off the line. Fire back in, and Middlesbrough do have a goal back straight away. Well, that is a great response from them, as it's hammered in and scored by the man who had a chance a minute ago, Isaac Fletcher. So 2 goals in just a couple of minutes here. And I'm sure James Collins will be mightily frustrated conceding that goal so quickly after establishing themselves a 2-goal cushion. An entertaining opener, no doubt about that. Middlesbrough will chase the game a bit more now. They've got something to hang on to. Here's Matheson. Samuels. Challenges, Samuels got back in there. Scott got a foot in. Nair's header. Suddenly become very competitive again. Scott. Lovely give and go. He'll go on, and he was taken down there cynically. That's got to be a yellow card. And what will be the 5th of the game here for Middlesbrough. And a booking for Robinson, the centre half. The Wolves free kick from wide, gone forward here. Marquez staying back, likewise Nair on halfway. Wolves don't want to commit too many resources here with a lead to protect. It's a fairly flat free kick. Balde, Gibson. Cornet in there as well, Gibson going it alone. It was a good foot in there from Jack Scott. A corner to the visiting side. Time ticking on in this second half. Still a good 20 minutes to go, including added time. There was a push inside the box there. One of the Middlesbrough players hitting the deck. Picked up though by Robinson, but a head injury will halt things here. It was his central defensive partner who went down, Nathan Wood. Being hauled back up to his feet there by his teammate, Isaiah Cornet. And we'll restart with a drop ball. Middlesbrough were in possession. Richards being told to stand off here. But if Richards was close by when play was stopped, why can he not contest, or at least stand near the ball to make the challenge straight away if it's being dropped here to Cornet? Doesn't make too much sense. He now had a free pass on. Balde going it alone. Gibson trying to fire it through a crowd. Cockolo's ball wasn't great. Samuels, of course, chasing a hat-trick now. He's certainly shown that he has the pace to take on most defenders. Just needs that ball in his direction, but it's Middlesbrough looking for what would be an equaliser. Cornet can't take it down. Driven back in, that was certainly travelling there from Sykes, but unfortunately for him and everyone of a Middlesbrough persuasion, high over the bar of LOUIE MOULDEN. Free header for Wood. The floodlights well and truly on here now, as darkness sets in. Scott puts that one over the top of the stand if you are watching from further afield around the world this evening. Time has just gone 8:30 here in Kidderminster in the West Midlands. Cornet. HODNETT back there, Matheson sweeping clear. Samuels. Working alone there, but losing out. Middlesbrough suddenly with confidence in their play, but it breaks for MOULDEN. Just went past Balde. MOULDEN getting it away this time. A number of players who've come through the under-23s at Wolves have signed new contracts this summer. Austin Samuels, one of those, who scored both goals tonight. PASCAL ESTRADA, Taylor Perry, who's gone out on loan. Dion Sanderson, likewise, who's gone to Blues, and Hugo Bueno as well, who did feature in pre-season for Bruno Lage. Offside. Flag up here from the assistant, but play will continue. We did see Bueno go off in pre-season for Wolves just after coming on when they were playing Coventry. So he's currently out injured. Hopefully we'll get a debrief from James Collins at full time on the whereabouts of a number of players and what the future holds for others as well at the start of this new under-23 season. Balde backing in, Naya quick into the challenge to clear away for Wolves. Samuels trying to get a toe on that one. Wolves about to make another change here, just to try and mix things up with just over 10 to go. Just too much there for Sykes. Wolves are going to make their change now. It will be Connor Carty who's going to come on here for CHEM Campbell. His number's up, and he'll exit the field on this near side. So Carty, the Irish centre forward, will come on.
Plays on number 15, Connor Carty.
So a second change for Wolves. Campbell, who certainly looked bright in moments throughout the game, has looked to try and take the game to Middlesbrough when he can. Middlesbrough in possession, scoring straight after Wolves had made it 2-0 from the penalty spot through Samuels. Fletcher pulling one back. It's an inviting ball forward. Oh, it's just about taken down, but couldn't get the shot off in the end, Hayden Hackney. Onto the chest of Naya. He's lost it. Middlesbrough have it. It's a great save by MOULDEN, and the follow-up, maybe Matheson just did enough there to put off his opponent who was coming in. Carty back for Matheson. CUNDLE wriggling away. Wolves have just mixed things up here and put an extra man in midfield as they go 3-5-2. Samuels and Carty up front together now. HODNETT. MARQUES back to LOUIE MOULDEN, who has had a really good evening for Wolves tonight. We've had him to thank on countless occasions. Naya. Two French players going head-to-head there. Here's Cornet. Stepping in there with Scott, and now Wolves can break. Carty has Scott running ahead of him. It's Jack Scott here for Wolves to make it 3-1. Tipped over by the goalkeeper, Metcalf. And he's absolutely furious with himself there that he hasn't sealed the points for Wolves and finished this game off once and for all. Meanwhile, concern for Austin Samuels, who's down, but it seems like it may be cramped more than anything else. You'd wonder whether there'll be a player who might go at some point in the second half, and Samuels has certainly clocked up the miles in this game. He'll be all right. Hopefully Wolves will be as well. Physio coming on here for Wolves. It seems to be a little bit more serious. It's a chance for both sets of players to take a breather. Wolves leading by 2-1. Samuels with both for Wolves. First on 16 minutes and then from the penalty spot on 69, but just 2 minutes later, Fletcher pulling one back for Middlesbrough to keep this game alive for now. Gerson Mosquera actually here watching as well here tonight at Aggborough, the new signing from Colombia. Currently out injured, of course, but coming to see some of his new teammates. Just see him at the top of the picture there. 2 to the right of Jeff Shee. Change for Middlesbrough.
Number 16, Sonny Finch.
Sonny Finch coming on for them. Chest there of Richards, he's done ever so well. Sykes away. Moulden had to put a bit of fade on that one to make sure he didn't fly out of play. But it's broken again for Borough. Hackney. Hayden Hackney and now in a wrestling match there. Cornet with a swipe. Moores with the clearance, but it's coming back. May well be what we see in the final 5 minutes now. Wolves will make another change in a minute, but not yet. Fletcher. His switch. Richards able to get a foot on that one. Couple of headers. Marquez with his foot this time. Carty. So throwing for Wolves, that will buy them some seconds and a chance to make this change. And it's Austin Samuels who'll go off here, who has had a very good night indeed. Cramp in the last few minutes as well. He has run his socks off tonight, 2 goals to his name. And he will make way here. As we see an introduction, for Dexter Lembikisa. Teenager who actually played 90 minutes for the under-18s in their win against Sunderland on Saturday.
Substitution for all-round wonders, leaving the number 9, Austin Samuels, plays for number 16, Dexter Lembikisa.
Lembikisa on here for his under-23s bow. Moulden. Two and a half to go of the 90 here in Aggborough. Wolves close to 3 points to start their season with a win. But Middlesbrough have made things interesting. Lembikisa away, but not to a player in a Wolves shirt. A rather scoop cross, and Moulden with a comfortable catch in the end. Towering header by Christian Marquez. HODNETT. Richards with a Ball into a good area there for Wolves to pursue. That was rather theatrical there from Sykes. The referee was watching from behind. Sykes looks like he's okay. About a minute to go here. Plus added time. Wolves having to dig in. Matheson away this time. Wood to Robinson. That's a clear pull back there by Hackney. Should really be a yellow card, but the referee doesn't look as though he's going to his pocket this time. Question is, how many minutes of additional time that we are about to enter? 6 minutes. 6 minutes of added time.
The fourth officials indicated a minimum of 6 minutes.
Some interesting facial expressions from the fans in front of us here as that board goes up from the fourth official. Samuels did receive treatment. We've had a number of subs, but not really anything that would total 6. Wolves almost home with the result they want, but not yet. Cornet. Middlesbrough running out of time, running out of opportunities to create something. They had so many chances before Wolves went 2 up. They got their goal back straight away, but it may have been that second goal that has been the undoing for them this evening. Wood going direct. Matheson with a stooping header away. CUNDLE. Matheson out, but it's going to come back again. Just over a minute into added time. Sykes. Hopeful ball in, the header comfortably wide. It's a Wolves goal kick and they can run the clock down here. Elsewhere tonight, it's been a great game between Fulham and Sunderland. Fulham leading the North East side 4-3 in that one. West Brom 3-1 up against Burnley. And Stoke leading Birmingham by 2-1 as well. It's 1-1 between Reading and Newcastle. Looks like it's just going to be the one draw on the opening weekend of fixtures in the division. A mistake nearly there. Marquez able to recover. He was caught, but I don't think there was anything sinister in that. There are only 14 teams in the division. This will only add to the added time we've got already. We're 3 minutes into it, 6 minutes were added on. I think Wolves think they've got a free kick here. Referee now having to step in. It's a throw which Richards will take. Still probably a good 3 minutes to go here as some fans head for an early exit, but we are not done yet. Austin Samuels looks like he's going to be the match winner here. Naya to win the header, and he does so. Limbakisa gets there for seconds. Naya again. Wolves have got to get this ball away. They can't do so at the moment. Richards will now. Big left boot there from the Ireland Youth International. Sykes. Estrada poking clear. Carty can't put a foot on that one. Wide it goes this time from Mali. The players queuing up in the middle. Naya with a massive header away. HODNETT just needs to keep possession. And he's done really well. Carty is running. He's going to be flagged offside here. The run started pretty much on the halfway line for him. It was so close. Two balls on the pitch, play having to restart here. I think we've still got about 2 minutes left. Middlesbrough stealing yards. Metcalf not in the right spot. Referee ready. Metcalf with maybe a final punt forward for Middlesbrough. Sykes with a swipe. It's away this time. It's Metcalf, the sweeper keeper here. Still plays forward for Middlesbrough. Matheson there, he's hit his own man. Cornet. It is a free kick to Middlesbrough. The assistant flagging on this near side, and this is it now, surely. We are about to pass the 6-minute mark. Well, the challenge was right on the touchline. The fans over there insisting the ball is taken back. I think the referee just about has to listen to them, really. This is the last chance, though. This is it now for Middlesbrough. Either an equaliser for them or a Wolves victory. In it comes, it's a good ball over the top, and that is full time. Wolves get the victory. They are off the mark this season with a big 3 points here at Aggborough. A double from Austin Samuels has done the job for them, scoring from close range in the first half and from the penalty spot in the second. Middlesbrough responded almost immediately through Isaac Fletcher, but in the end for them, their finishing cost them, and it wasn't enough. A long trip home for them with nothing to show for it. But for James Collins and his under-23 side, a very successful evening. Happy once again to be playing in front of fans, which will be a big boost for them this season. Fans, friends and family, as Lewis Richards comes over to thank the fans who have been there to support him tonight. Wolves the winners on the opening weekend of the season in Premier League 2 Division 2. They have beaten Middlesbrough here at Aggborough by 2 goals to 1. We'll see you soon on Wolves TV.